Oh, hi. How's it going? It's been a while. It's actually, I think, only been 4 days. Or maybe 5. Ooh. This is whimsical. Alright, we're doing two IGC showcases today. So we're gonna do Forgotten Fields. This might be sad. Like, it seems like it would be sad, but I feel like it's gonna be more heartwarming than sad. We'll find out. Oh, let me adjust the sound. Yeah, that's good. Oh, well, let me use my, Ooh. Hey, Agia. How's it going? Alright, bet the controller's working. The story begins with a girl, but she is no ordinary girl. She has a gift. A gift that bestows magic upon her, far beyond her own comprehension. One fateful day, her gift is taken away. Her gift is removed. She loses her gift. Oh, this is the I'm a writer. Meh. This isn't interesting at all. Ugh, come on, Sid. You could do this. What am I looking for? Sense an unconsolable yearning. Wonder what is this Swedish? Oh. I used to love this painting. Aw. Examine desk. Wait. Hello? Electricity department. Oh my god, your current balance? 1,000. Oh, oh my god, this currency. It starts with an R. So I don't know if that's a lot or not. Oh, is this a book I'm writing? Oh, wait. Oh, I examine it. Elaf is a retired mercenary, a sword for hire. Having spent his prime years doing others' dirty work for coin, he's now retired to a hut on the edge of the woods to spend the rest of his years in peace and reflection. All this is changed one day after a strange visit by a mysterious merchant, and after a conversation that turns his life upside down. Eliaf leaves his hut and his quiet life behind and sets out on a quest for 3 ancient swords. Oh, neat. Favorite book ever. Just looking at the cover gets me excited. Another bell for the internet. I wish I could move the mouse faster. Let's go to work and turn PC on. Not yet, I need to be fresh and awake. Okay. I don't read as much as I used to. Maybe that's the problem. Not to self-read more. Yeah, I don't read as much as I used to either. But I did get a new book that I'm excited to read. It's about a vampire. Okay, I think I gotta get... Oh. Make tea. Can I do anything with it? Maybe now? Oh, cool. Guess we're gonna order that because I don't know. Oh. Ooh. Oh, neat. Wait, did the devs for this make the same game? Oh. We're gonna go with the Hawaiian. Lowers. Oh yeah. Gonna go with the Harry Styles fit, I think. Alright, can we change our shoes? Slippers. White shoes. Very good. Maybe I could go to my PC now. Okay, perhaps not. Wait. Okay. Think. Just some good self-reflection in the shower with my clothes on. Okay, finally. Oh, we got an email. Untitled new book. I should read my mail first. Any progress? New ideas? Hey, how's it going? Done with the grant application? Remember, deadline's tonight. A short, decent summary of your book idea will do. Let me know if you need any help. Sam. Oh, I can reply. Nice. Hey Sam, not yet. I'm just not feeling inspired by anything at all. I've tried forcing myself to write something mechanically for the application, but it's so bad and uninspiring that I wouldn't even get selected for the grant. Plus, I don't have any ideas in mind for the story except who it's about and how it starts. And then I descend into cliches. I've scrapped a lot of ideas because nothing is good enough to be selected, but I have today. I'm relying on pre-deadline stress to lead a burst of inspiration. Wish me luck. Am. Okay. Go to inbox. Oh, I got it. Taxes 2021. I don't want to look at that right now. Magic equals sense of awe and wonder. It's getting glimpses of some place that she doesn't recognize but feels an intense draw towards. Relate to power. Must love her abilities in the beginning without necessarily being grateful enough. How? Okay, so I need to flesh out her character. I'll start with some notes. How have I not figured this out yet? Why is this so hard all of a sudden? Stop the girl, focus on the girl. Alright, what's she like? Girl character traits. Should she be confident and assertive or lost and naive? Have they not written the book yet? Is that it? Let's try some plot notes for the opening instead, Act 1. So yesterday we decided that it starts when she's at home. Or outside? It's peaceful, serene, she's happy. We see her immersed in magic as she plays with, flower petals. Yes, she's one with nature, fresh, beautiful, full of joy, full of the joys of spring. The grass is lush, swaying, serene, swishing. Flowers dot the ground around her. To her left is an old shrine. A mysterious shrine. Its history is lost to time, but she has always felt her magic grow stronger around it. Neat. And maybe a tower too, to her right. I guess you could use... It doesn't matter what you pick. She finally remembers playing here as a kid. And she's surrounded by tall trees. Their leaves fall over like her... fall over her like snow. She's always felt a strange attraction to the forest. There was a mystery and comfort for her in nature. The feeling has always been inexplicable. No, ineffable. Her powers grew stronger here, though she never knew why. Okay, so we've shown she's got magic, she loves her powers, and things are nice and peaceful. Now we need two things, her wants and the main conflict. Let's start with her wants. So the first thing she wants is to get her magical powers back because she will now lose them in the upcoming inciting incident. Something else, a sort of subplot, a strange kind of yearning she's been feeling lately, a sort of nostalgia for a place she's never been, an attraction to somewhere she can't quite explain. She's been seeing sudden glimpses of this place in her mind. It's calling to her. She just wants to know more, to reach this place somehow. I'll come back to this later. The conflict. The conflict is that there's some sort of dark force that's been looking for her. She is oblivious to this. She has no reason to think her life might be in danger. But we're going to need an inciting incident. She needs to get away from here and to find someone. On this blissful day it happens, or on this fateful day. It happens while she's out in the woods. Her village is attacked. She hears the screams of chaos and death. Okay. She stands up and says, "Those sound... something's not right. They're coming from..." She runs. Oh! This is neat. How can I run? She walks slowly towards her home. The place she grew up, the place where her aunt and uncle raised her, her home, is burning. She rushes towards it, preparing to use her magic to put the fire out. I need a break. So tired, I'm gonna lie down for a bit. I guess we're gonna go to sleep. Am I doing something differently? Have I changed it too much? That feeling. Has it finally left me? Alright, I'm coming, God. Why can't you just ring the bell once? Why can't you say things like, "Hey, Ajay," instead? So mean. Aren't you supposed to be at work? It's a Sunday, dude. Oh, right. Nah, I was on my way to Sarah's place. Don't know what's up with her, man. She's been acting real weird lately. Anyway, your mom called me over and asked me to give you, now where did I put it? Give you, this. A letter? Hey, letters are personal, man. You should appreciate the effort. She wants me to come back home for dinner? Why do you sound so upset? Because, Sid, that's a problem with you. You don't appreciate what other people do for you. Okay, just barge in my house. Like me, coming all the way over here to give you your letters and drink my beer? Hey, come on. Wait, shush. Dear Siddharth, your dear friend Ajay was kind enough to take some time off from his errands and get this letter to you. I wanted to invite you for dinner at home, tonight at home. As you know, the deal has been almost finalized. We're signing this agreement tomorrow. So I thought this would be a good chance for you to say goodbye to the place you grew up in. I've also invited some of your dearest friends for the dinner. It should be good fun. Oh, and would you be a dear and pick up some important papers for tomorrow's agreement from Uncle George's house? See you tonight. Love, Mom. Oh, man, I gotta go home for a dinner party. Ah, man. As one of the esteemed guests to said party, I find this highly inappropriate and offensive. Yeah. Get the hell out of here, man. When was the last time you saw sunlight? Speaking of which, why the hell are your lights on? Off. It helps with my writing. Oh yeah, looking real productive in here. At least open the curtains, man. Stop messing with my curtains. I've got to finish writing the summary for the grant application. When's the deadline? Around midnight tonight. That's plenty of time, man. You can finish it up after the party. I could, but I don't even have any half-decent ideas that I could cobble together. You're a creative guy. You'll think of something. I've been trying to think up something for months. I don't know if I still can. Things have been feeling different for a while now. Well, that's okay. This grant is just a bonus money, right? You don't really need it. Does it look like I don't need money? Okay, maybe not. So what are you gonna do then? Are you still going tonight? I have to. Mom's arranged everything. She's already called everyone. It's the last day in that house and all. I can't not go. Plus, I've got to get those papers for the house too from Ethan's dad. I could hurry home and try writing something before the party starts. Maybe stress will get the ideas flowing. When was the last time you went home? Been a while, hasn't it? You could definitely use a break, and you really need to get out of this place. How can you sit in front of a computer all day, man? I just don't get it. Easily. I can literally see cobwebs forming around you as we speak. Alright, geez, got it. I'm coming, aren't I? Sorry, it's just this dark room. It's got me a little worked up, you know. Anyways, looks like you don't really have a choice about tonight, so cheer up. It'll be fun, I promise. It's been so long since we all hung out together. You live right above Rohan. If I were living here, I'd hang out with him every day at least. Alright, gotta go meet Sarah. Hopefully it's nothing and I'm just imagining things. She's probably sick of you. Oh. And now I'm on my way to ruin her Sunday shit. And I'll make it too. Ciao, I'll see you, dude. I'll tell you how it went later tonight. Good luck. I think, I'll think of some story ideas for you. Bye. Listen, I know you really need the money, but don't place too much importance and pressure on it. That's just not gonna help. Even if you don't get this, we'll find something else to fund you. Don't make this a do or die because that'll definitely dry you up. How long has it been since you went outside? Did something else take your mind off this for a while? Go take a walk outside. Many great artists made hour-long walks part of their daily routines. I know you don't want to hear this, but you need to. Good luck. I'll be in touch again later in the evening, and we can finish off and submit this application. Aw, what a nice editor. That was sweet. Oh my. Aw. What a cute little area. It's gonna be a long journey. I'll need my trusty scooter. Nah, rent's not due for a few more days. I'll talk to Ron then. Although it has been a while since we hung out. I don't want to interrupt his Sunday. Best to just be on my way. Where's your scooter at? Ah, here it is. Does someone live here or is this a storage shed? I've not seen anyone go in and out of this place in the year I've been here. Look at all those chickens. I'm wondering. I can't be wandering off right now. I've got work to do. Fair, but look at all this area I could explore. That's a beautiful old house. I think an old couple lives there. I've seen them gardening from my window early in the morning. Ugh, sounds like a pleasant life. Peaceful surroundings, shaded palm trees, next to a farm, just working on something you love. Wait, that sounds familiar. It's a cozy spot. I could put a chair here and try writing. Like, I really should. Around sunset or early morning. Probably never will I? At least we're self-aware. Now, is this my bike? Oh no, watch it not work. Damn, so much for being trusty old bike. Oi, Sid, what are you doing outdoors? Oh, hey, Rowan. My stupid bike won't start. Oh, you're heading home for the party already? Yeah, man, I got work to do. Applying for a grant. The deadline's today, so I'm going early so I can get it done. Well, busted bike isn't gonna help with that. I'll give you a lift. It'll be fun to go on a road trip again. It's been a while. But I've got scuba classes today. Nah, no worries, man. Wait, scuba what? I'll tell you about it later. Come on, let's see what's up with your bike. Alright, first things first. Try turning it on. Alright, now have you got enough fuel? No. It's empty. We can't trust the gauge though. Check the fuel tank to see if it really is empty. Okay. Yep, there's nothing in there. It's at least half full. It could be the battery then. Try the horn. Where's the horn? Uh-oh, I don't know where the horn is. So battery's fine. Yeah, it looks like the spark plug's gone. Oh, should I take the bus then? God, I hate taking the bus. Haha, man, we'll work it out. The spark plug probably needs cleaning. You know, if you took the bike out regularly, it'd run better. You should have come last Sunday with Ajay and me. You live right upstairs, but I barely see you anymore. You've been here like a year, and we've got out together, what, like thrice? Yeah, but I can't enjoy myself on a trip when my mind's on work. You need to leave all that behind you sometimes, man. You'll burn yourself out. I mean, when you wrote the first book, we were out almost every weekend. Yeah, but this time it feels different. Everyone's busy with their own lives. They've got Commitments, it's not carefree like before. Wasn't carefree even back then, man. Something's always going on. I feel like trying to recapture how good that time was might actually spoil the memory. It hasn't lost its charm, if that's what you mean. We're not trying to relive anything, it's just making more of it in the present. I'm so glad tonight's happening. I guess. That was all 3 years ago. Those weekend trips while I was writing my first book. Yeah, bloody hell. I guess it was. Feels just like yesterday. Time flies. It's scary, really. This is quite frightening. And wow. That's why... That's what I'm saying. Come with us. It won't be those days that way. It'll be these days. Haha, you got a point. Alright then, let's fix this bike. Oh, I loaned my tools to Mr. Jacobs. Who? Mr. Jacobs, the old man next door. Never met him. Well, this is your chance to go say hi. Is he here? Mr. Jacobs? Yes? I'm Sid. I live above Rohan's place. Well then, you're stuck as good as I am. The tools are locked inside this box of mine, and I left the goddamn keys. Where? Over at that old fool's place. That Fernandez. I went there to play chess the other day. Had a fight with him. The old fool can never play a simple game. He either cheats or acts dumb about it. Of course, I flipped the board and stormed out of there. And left my keys on his table like a bloody idiot. Oh, well, I need those tools urgently. Don't expect me to ask him. I'm never talking to him again. I've had about enough of his nonsense. You'll have to get the keys, but listen. Don't tell him I left my keys there. He'll be laughing about it for months. And my house faces his stupid garden, too. No, that would be bad. Just be discreet about it, would ya? Alright, Mr. Jacobs. I'll see what I can do. That's the key. But he's right there. There's no way I could get it without being seen. So we know I have to get the key. But how? Are you that boy who lives above Ron's place? Yes, ma'am. I wanted to ask. I need to get Mr. Jacobs' keys for Miss Ferdinand, but he wants you to do it discreetly. I stay out of their silly little spats if I were you. It's a weekly affair at this point. Unless they kiss and make up in a day, leave them to it. But I need that key too. I lost my tools that are locked up. Ah, pity. Can you help? Well, I wouldn't usually get involved, but I feel sorry for you. So how can I help? His keys are on the table. Can you distract him while I jump over the wall, grab them, and get out of here? Oh my, sounds dangerous. Alright, I'm in. Mr. Fernandez. Good morning, Miss Shalini. How's your Sunday going? Not bad. Just wanted you to take a look at these new plants I planted. You think I've done it right? Oh, of course. I'll be right over. He's busy. It's now or never. Here goes. Oh no. Well, well, well. What do we have here? Oi, Jacob. Shit. This your work? You set this boy up to steal your keys? I need my keys. I don't know how they got there. Yeah, right. How would you? You left like a baby as always, crying over a little bit of my tactics. Your tactics are cheating. Ah, it's all the same. We make the games, we make the rules. But sending someone over to trespass my property... Look at how I'm standing like a little kid, just like, okay, sorry, Dad. You boy, your name's Sid, right? Yeah? Haha, setting me up like that with a distraction. That's amazing. I'm not gonna forget this one for a while. Some guts on this one. Can't believe you roped in Miss Shalini into your game too. Ah, classic. Hey, Jacob, listen. Mary's making tea and snacks. It's almost 11. You know how I get if I miss my Sunday game. I don't play with cheaters. Hey, I won't cheat. Okay, fine. I'll teach you my new rules. I can live with that. I knew you'd come around. Hold on, Sid. I'll get you your tools. Thanks, Mr. Jacob. See, Sid. Don't jump over my walls. See you, Sid. Don't jump over my walls anymore. Really brightened up my day, that boy. That was cute. How you had an adventure with those guys. Glad they patched it up. Don't worry, they'll be back at it in a few days. Alright, let's... see those bolts open them up. Okay, I think I'm gonna do it right. What are we doing? We're cleaning. Beautiful. I need to take a look at the engine. Alright, can you pull out the plug wire? Oh boy. Relax. Simple stuff. That's a spark plug. Take it out. Good job. Give it to me and I'll clean it up. Hold on for a second though. Take a break. What's the grant you mentioned? I'm pitching a story for it. Basically for some money I can live off while I write my next book. That's awesome, Sid. Not awesome. I can't think of anything. Still uninspired, huh? It's like I'm a different person, man. Maybe it's my memory. It's failing and I've forgotten how to do this thing. No chance. This is who you are. It'll come sooner or later. Sometimes I wonder if I should have just gotten a regular job. No, dude, you crazy? This thing that you're doing now is so right for you. Plus, you'd probably get fired on the second day. Definitely. But it'd be nice to have a place of my own too, for instance. You saved my life renting me the upstairs place so cheap, but I get it. But it's not like I bought this place or anything. It's a family property. It'll all come, man. You'll make it big. Just stick with it. As long as I can support myself while loving what I do, I'll be happy. At the moment, it's kind of neither. Writer's block, I think, is what he's got. Honestly, I'd take any of those two. It's at least gotta be worth it. Well, anyways, back to the present. What's next for the scooter? We should replace the oil. There's some in my truck over near the fields. I'll put the spark plug back while you get it. We're gonna get oil. Got it. Oil. Put the funnel in and I'll pour the oil. Okay. We did it. And we're done. That was fun, wasn't it? I won't lie, it was nice to actually get something done for once. Where are you going now? You said you had a class? Oh yeah, so I've started taking scuba diving lessons. Nice, where'd that come from? Well, I got plans. Okay. Nah, hey listen man, I'm just planning it all out this time. I'm just sick of my job. Event management is bullshit. There are way more late night parties than I expected. It's messed up my sleep. I work at odd times of the day. It was fun for a while, but I can't keep living like this forever, you know? It kind of feels meaningless. I want to do something that fulfills me. I mean, look at you. No, don't look at me. And I've always loved the ocean. Diving is something I've always wanted to try out, so I thought, why not consider it professionally? That definitely sounds cool. Just do your research before you dive in. I stopped myself from saying that. That's criminal. Haha, well, alright. I look forward to hearing about the big plan tonight. Anyways, time to go. Oh, hey, congrats on your mom finding a buyer for the house, too. Yeah, thanks. I mean, I really loved that place. We all did. You spent pretty much your whole life there. So many great memories. That place almost feels like a time capsule. But life goes on. Sid? No! She tries to put out the flames with her powers, but they're gone. She sees her uncle, who raised her as her own, laying outside, gravely injured. She runs to him. I'm pressing the talk button, actually. I am pressing the talk button. Y'all hear that? Nice. Don't worry about me, he gasps. You must go. It's not safe for you here. But wait, but why? We don't have time. You have to find... Tell me this doesn't sound like some Attack on Titan music that would be in the background of some dramatic shit, right? There's an old mage that lives in the ancient woods. You need to find him. Only he can help you. Travel west for 3 weeks, and in the ancient woods, you will find his home at the edge of the cliff. You must leave at once. Oh, thanks for following, guys. How's it going? I can't leave you. The village is burning. I can help. No, you do not understand. Listen to me. You must go. Or far worse will befall us. Damn, are we gonna just let him die in the book? This was coming for a long time. You do not know who you are, but now is the time to do what you must. Go. She was scared. She'd lived here for as long as she could remember. All of a sudden, she had to leave everything she knew behind and take on a dangerous journey. She wished time would stop. Frustrated and desperate to save her way of life, she tries using her magic again to stop the fire. Oh, hey Paradigm, what's up? Your magic will not work. Go to the mage, he knows why. Those visions you keep seeing, he knows of those too. How do you know about the visions? This has been a long time coming. We tried to prepare, but we don't know who you are, child. Please, you don't know who you are. Please listen to me. The visions, those flashes of a place she didn't know but felt intensely drawn to. They'd been appearing to her for years, but now she had a chance to find out what they really meant. We'll be fine. It's not us they want. They're after you. Please go on once. Okay. Sudden surge of a story there. Sid, hello, you there? Sorry, just a sec. Dying uncle tells her she must find an old mage in the ancient woods, sends her on a quest. Sorry, I had an idea for the book. Had to write it down or I'd forget. That's awesome, you're getting ideas. Nah, it's just the basics, nothing inspiring. As I was saying, your mom had the right idea to get us all together at the house for a party one last time. I know you haven't been there for a while. Yeah. Listen, I really should be on my way now. Yeah, sorry man, the application, right? We just haven't talked properly in so long, you know? Tonight then. Thanks for helping with the bike, man. I'm wondering if the more he does social stuff, or, you know, the more he uncovers for his story. Damn, he's zooming fast. Did y'all see that?
Stuck on the freeway, I'm dust in the doorway, if only for you. I'm hung on a heartache, I'm
Aw.
at mistakes, if only for you. But I didn't know that I would
Aw,
lose you
puppy.
so soon.
Hey, buddy, how you been, boy? Is that a German Shepherd? Come on, let's go and say hi to the others. What a nice house. Hey, Sid, come in. We've been waiting for you. How are you, Auntie? I'm great. It's so good to see you. It's been so long. Your uncle is in his study sorting out all the papers. Ethan's out behind the house. He's been waiting for you. And come talk to me when you've got some time. Tell me what's been up. Yes, Auntie. Look at the book. Curious case of the mangled fingers. Turning up over mangled fingers been turning up all over a tiny village in Kent. And the inhabitants are scared. Murders in 10 murders in 10 weeks. All committed with a gun, and still nobody has a clue who the killer is. Dr. Kathy Bishop. Oh, Detective Kathy Bishop is a retired inspector with a alcohol problem when her daughter Sarah Bishop is kidnapped. Detective Bishop finds herself thrown into the center of the investigation. Her only clue, a tiny knife. Oh wow. She enlists in the help of another helpful cleaner called Cameron Jones. Can Jones help them overcome her alcohol addiction and find the answers before the callous killer and deadly guns strike again? That sounds pretty interesting, not gonna lie. Interesting. He agrees. I should go meet Uncle first before heading out. This photo. Cold, misty air, the tall magical trees. This was the best camping trip ever. The fuck? I don't know if I'm going the right way. Where's Sid? Has he fallen behind? Ethan, go look. No, it's okay. I'll wait for him. Sid! Sid, you okay, buddy? Yeah. Should we stop and rest for a bit? No, I'm okay. Wanna see something cool? Look up. Butterflies. That was cool. Space Adventures of Joint Robot. Oh, I love this artwork. Oh my god, Joint, like that's the the astronaut. Wait a minute. The Joint Robot. Okay. After colonizing Earth, venture capitalists led by a secret society called the Illuminati have taken over the galaxy, realizing that there is no place where people can live without competing with each other. A group of 50 hippies called Vigilantes get together and create their own AI spaceship that runs on THC to escape the capitalists. They call this AI spaceship Joint Robot. Joint Robot and the Vigilantes will explore parallel universes and diffuse issues of any galaxy getting high. Joint Robot's ultimate goal is for the galaxy to leave and let leave. Good shit. I would read this book. I would watch the movie. Guess Ethan's reading this one. Can I go outside? Oh wait, that's my dog. New kitchen looks great. Last time I was here, they were still planning it out. Oh, thanks, Sid. I'm happy you like it. Did Ethan work on it? Yep, all Ethan's work. Damn, dude's a good architect. Hi, son. How's everything? How's the new book coming along? I'm struggling at the moment. Not great to be honest. I'm struggling with it. It's hard, the second project. The first was exciting. I put everything into it. I guess I've hit dreaded writer's block big time. Hoping it'll pass soon. Well, I hope so too, son. Risky career or not, you're a talented kid. It must be really stressful, no? Not knowing when the paycheck's coming in? Yeah, it can be pretty stressful at times. I'm hoping it'll be less volatile after I have a few titles under my belt. That's what I thought. I don't know how you do it. I'd never be able to. Did you ever consider something more stable that you could use your degree for? Teaching, maybe? Yeah, I get these thoughts. Only when I'm feeling desperate, though. I admire your courage, son, but a regular paycheck's a regular paycheck. I'll be honest, that part does sound tempting. Right? Ethan gets its ideas too with his paintings. Out of nowhere, he says he wants to quit architecture to be a full-time painter. Now, I want to support him in his dreams, of course. I do, but it's an extremely risky step, don't you think? Everything's a risk. Not everything, I always tell him. Why don't you do both? Architect during the day, painter in the evenings, and the weekends. Yeah. It's been going well for him so far. Then he says, but Mom, I want to always have the free time to do all that. I'll have a family, look after a house. All that takes time. And my solution is simple. Just stay here with us. His dad and I are here to take care of the house. He could get married and continue living here. His dad seems hell-bent on pushing him out for some reason. I don't want to push him out. I just want him to be more independent. Where did you come from? Were you just standing there listening to us this time? I just came for water. Sure. Anyways, Sid, maybe you could talk some sense into him. Ethan, I mean, not your uncle. He's beyond all help anyway. Ari, why are you bothering Sid with all this, Maya? Anyways, it's what Ethan also wants, to be more independent. You just drink your water. This is between me and Sid. Fine, fine. I've got papers to file anyway. Sorry, Sid. I just ramble sometimes. I'm other worries, you know? I get it, Auntie. It's okay. Okay. Okay, yeah. We looked at this book. Hello, Uncle. Sid, so good to see ya. I'm just drawing up the papers your mom asked for. Congrats on getting a buyer for it. It took a while, but it's done now. That's all that matters. Thanks. I still remember how the house looked before your dad worked his magic on it. Seriously, this run-down place? I said to him. He had a glint in his eye. He saw what that place could be, always thinking 10 steps ahead of everybody else. Trust me, he said. And I did. I took care of the paperwork for him, and here I am, drawing up the paperwork again. Things are so different now. Well, anyway, that stuff's in the past now. How are you? How's your mom doing? She's doing good. Excited to be moving out, I think. She's probably hard at work for tonight's dinner get-together. Ah, yes, Ethan told me about it. He's outside, by the way. It'll take me a while to get the papers done. You should go catch up. Got it. Thanks, Uncle. Good to see you again, kid. Hold on, I'm gonna get a sip of water. I'm thirsty. I keep talking. Okay. Is there anything I can look at in here? I don't think so. Journey to a place unknown. I've seen this one before. Yep, Ethan made a few months back a gift for my birthday. Aw. Alright, Ethan's out back, so... Oh. Wrong way. Okay. I'm looking for Ethan, though. Oh, here it is. Where is he? I just did the same thing. But... Oh, but really, where is he? Aw, who's a good boy? Aw. Oh, I got a trophy. I fucking don't know. Oh, hey, Sid. Hey, what's up, man? I'm good, I'm good. Watched the match last night. Great start to the bloody weekend. How could we let 3 in? Need a new defenseman. So, did Mom ask you to convince me to stay home again? You know how it is. She's a mom. She worries. Seeing me here must freak her out. Oh man, so I finished writing up my resume. Still don't know whether to send it out though. I honestly don't know whether I want to branch out to new horizons or continue to appreciate this. Aww. Change is always worth a shot. I know, you've been telling me that, but what about the painting and money and time? If I move out on my own, get caught up in the big city hustle, I'll definitely be too busy for painting. I don't know if I'm ready for that kind of responsibility. First, I'll get relegated to the evenings and every other evening. Then other things, people's chores, responsibilities will take that time. Then I'll only paint in the weekends. Before you know it, I haven't painted in months. If you love it, you'll make time for it. See, the easiest solution would be to drop architecture and paint full time. Your mom would murder me. I mean, yeah, I don't think I'd be able to handle that kind of stress either. Ugh, but I can't stand all these office timings, the approvals, the bureaucracy. Beer? Nah, I don't like beer. Nah, I'm riding home. Alright, suit yourself. Anyways, how's the new book coming along? I'm living the dream. No, it's a mess. I got an application I need to submit for a grant. Ah, yeah, you told me about that. How's it going? Well, there's this girl with magical powers, right? Her perfect life is shattered after her village is burnt and raided by some dark force that's looking for her. She doesn't know why. To be honest, neither do I. It's just conflict that sends her on a quest for now. And vengeful quests after total destruction of the lead characters' lives are always great. Right? The Tower of Yesterday had a similar start too. So her home is burning, everything she do is gone. Her uncle sends her away to find an old mage in the ancient woods. He says he has the answers. She goes off, but that's all I have so far. What are you trying to write? What is it about the story that made you want to tell it? What did you want to express? Well, I just want to express that world, you know, the beautiful otherworldly experience we had reading fantasy novels as kids. That sense of awe, magic, wonder, tragedy, and life. It was like nirvana. You wanted to visit those worlds. They felt real, in a parallel universe, or maybe afterlife. You wanted to see those landscapes, meet those strange characters. There you go. There's something there, right? Yeah, but that's all there is. I can speak about it, but about the things I feel that I want to express. But I think I don't actually feel the same way anymore. Not with the same intensity. Things are changing. I feel less connected to those worlds. You nailed that feeling in the Tower of Yesterday, man. I loved how it started. That monastery. The way you described it, I felt like I was there. And Arzon's journey with Rowan, the old city, the gritty atmosphere. Their conversations. Arzwan trying to make sense of the world, his naivety. My god, it's another one I have to clip. Naivety. Clashing against Rowan's world wary demeanor. And the battle at the end. It had everything. And awe, wonder, magic, tragedy. Just write something like that. It was so good. I love to, but that's what I'm saying. It was easy to write that one. Considering it was a sequel? Maybe. But not right now. I'm pretty sure I'd ruin it considering the state I'm in these days. I don't think the book is a problem. What you've got sounds like a good start. You're overthinking. Get out of your own way and just go with the flow. It'll come together. Do you think it affects my creativity because I do this for a living? What do you mean? Because this is what I earn for money. It brings a bunch of mundane things with it. When I have to write, I have to keep the market in mind. I have to think about advertising it, taxes, how the target audience will receive it, versus just doing it in my free time like you do. And I could just completely immerse myself in it. Wouldn't that be much more mysterious and magical and retain the charm? I don't know, man, maybe? But like I said, on the flip side, you'd be splitting time between job and your writing. The more time you spend on it, the better you get, you know that. Yeah, but I don't know if it's about getting better at it or just enjoying myself. You wouldn't have enough time for it really to dig into it. You'd be at your job yearning to go back and write. Well then, at least I'd be yearning for it rather than dreading sitting down to write every day. There's a book I've been reading. I stopped last night on a passage I think you'll find interesting. It's called Seneca. On the Shortness of Life. Check it out when you have some time. I sure will. Oh shit. Mom's coming. Okay. Clear the air, clear the air. Got some snacks for you boys. Oh wow. Do you smoke, Sid? No, I never. Good, the habit never leaves you. Ethan's dad has been trying to quit for years, but he still sneaks in a few now and then. Now, where are you gonna keep this, or should I get a table from the house? Table, no need, Mom. We'll handle it. Thanks for the food. You should eat properly, working all the time. I sure will. Thanks, Auntie. We got some yummy looking food. Oh no, the laundry. I forgot I put clips on. Says no ethnic mother ever. When I do laundry in Greece, we don't have a dryer. Because we just air dry everything with the sun. And there are some things that you like have to put clips on, obviously, because like a t-shirt will fly away. But if you put up a like a tablecloth that you wash, since it's so big and thick, the weight of it will keep it. But we always still put like one at the end, one in the middle, and then one at the other end. All right, now we gotta get the t-shirts. I think that's what has to happen, right? I don't know. What the fuck? Okay, let's go. Wait a minute. What am I supposed to do? I swear we just went out this way, right? I'm looking for the shirts. Oh, maybe we can't get them. Oh, hey, Soy Milk. Thanks for stopping in. We're playing a very, a game that I was like, this will probably be sad, right? But then I'm like, oh, this is, very much relatable. Alright, here are the cows. What am I supposed to do? I'm gonna look, here's a cow. Uh-oh. Relax, I'll just grab it. Moo! Let me try. Moo! Wow, that's an angry cow. We got distracted with something. Like what? I know what to do. Just watch. I don't know what to do. Like, I really don't. I thought it was my character was gonna come up with it on his own. I would have never clicked that. Why did I say I could distract him? How the fuck am I gonna do this? Yeah, this one's good. Doesn't seem too aggressive. Come on, let's bring her over. Okay. Alright, make love. Don't be shy. Come on. Let me try grabbing it now. Oh, nope. How did that not work? Sigh. Go away, cow. Be free. Maybe try another animal, like those chickens to my house. I suppose. Look at all those chickens. You sure about this? Well, you always wanted to be a chicken chaser, didn't you? Living the dream. We just got a chicken in the backpack. Okay. God, I'm never saying I got this again, yo. Wait. Oh, here's the cow. I know, I have. What's the plan? The cow just looks mildly annoyed now. Don't put the rooster on it. Let me handle this. This is dumb. The cow's got its attention. Now grab the cloth. Got it. Woohoo! Come on, let's return the rooster to his friends. That was silly. I think I gotta give the clothes back. Okay. What the fuck? Ah. I think I gotta give it back before I can try to interact with anything else. What? Yeah, let's save a game. What am I supposed to do? I got it back. What do I... I'm not sure what to do. Did you find them all? There was 5 in total. It wasn't working. It must have been too close. No, we're still looking. Oh, wait, there's more. Oh, I see. Well, that will explain it. There's like 5 of them. Okay. Alright, where are the others? When are the others coming? No idea. Come on, pass me the ball. I'll show you something cool. Chip it. Of course. Oh no. Did you see that? You idiot. Oh, it landed on my butt. My ball. My dad's gonna kill me if I lose another one. Hey, Ethan, help us out. Again? Maybe you guys should stop playing under this tree. Come on, let's knock it off with a stone. What? No, I'll get the ladder from the house. No need. Watch this. Suit yourself. I'll go get my ladder if you give up. It was a cool shot, though. Wait, what? Grab and charge and release. Got it. Oh, okay. What the fuck? Where am I aiming at? Oh. Oh, this is not quite working out. Oh nice, I'm stuck looking at the sky. We love that. Hey, watch it. have a red shirt on. That's... Yeah, I'm gonna have him do it. I'm not dealing with this. Yes, please, I give up. I told you, didn't I? Hang on, I'll be back. Yeah, I'm absolutely not doing that. It was taking way too long. Sorry. Where's Ethan? Be back in a second, he said. My dad's gonna kill me. You guys should play some... My ball. Woohoo! Yeah, that was awesome. Oh, it just felt good because I didn't find the ladder. Thanks for helping, Sid. Do you want to play with us? I'd love to, but I'm in a bit of a hurry today. Alright, next time then. See ya. So cute. Okay. Now we're looking for more of the shirts that got blown away. I don't know how many there were. Oh, well, I can't go that way, so... Oh, that's the OG house. Huh. I don't see any other shirts, so... Maybe they're in the field? Oh, damn, the field is way bigger than I thought. Oh, here's one. In the tree. Well, that's a little out of reach. Nah, it's reachable. Really? Just go look for a stick. Nah, no need. Watch this. What are you doing, Sid? Careful. Not bad. I know. I should have been a martial artist. Let's not get carried away. Nice. We got 2. I don't know how many there are total, but... Oh my god, this is a bigger map than I was expecting. Okay, so we gotta stay within here. Cool. Very neat. I don't know. I think there was 5 total. I don't remember. Oh, that's just a cow. Damn. Where are the other ones? Because I can't... Oh, I can get up here. I can't move farther. Huh. Where the hell are they? I know there's way more than 2. Oh, here's another one. Got it. 3. I feel like when I get them all, any idea where the clothes flew? Oh, I see one. Follow me. Bet. Oh, wow. I'm so dumb. Oh, bet he helped me find them. Thanks, bro. Where? Oh, I think I see one completely down the street. Oh, that blended in so well. I think that's all of them. Yeah, they're a mess. Ugh. Better get these back to Mom. Damn, Ethan, thanks for the help, 'cause I would have been looking at that field all day. Okay, let's tell her on. Did you find them all? There are 5 total. Yep. Here you go. Aw, thank you so much. Ugh, I guess I have to wash these again. Come on, Sid. The beer's getting warm too. Back to the car. Alright. Well, hold on. Hold on a minute there. Gotta pet the dog. Aw. So cute. Bro, get out of my way. Did I read this book? I did. Oh. There's a room, but I can't go in it. Supposed to go by the car? I think. Damn, the beer's all warm now. Hey, did you catch the trailer for the new Killer's Age game? Yeah, man, they've totally gotten mainstream, haven't they? That franchise has no identity anymore. Yeah, it looked really focus tested. Exactly, you got it. They're targeting the masses. What do you expect? Ugh, money, money, money. Isn't that how it is? Honestly, my enjoyment from these games has gone downhill too. There's so much talking and so many opinions. Where's the sense of mystery? The originality? Some things should be just left alone, but now something comes out and it's just dissected, discussed, and shared endlessly. And some things are first hyped to the skies and then it's torn down because the expectations are so damn high. Oh my god, my laptop ran into a problem and needs to restart. I hate you, Windows. Ugh. I had like 6 tabs on there too. I guess you're right. I haven't felt the same way about anything that's come out recently. Compared to, I don't know, a decade ago. Things were so much more special back then. Oh no, yeah. I don't just... It's back on now, though. See what I'm talking about? Even football was better back then. You can't disagree. Music, too. Oh, everyone's getting nostalgic. Okay. So there's good stuff coming out, but it doesn't impact me the same way the old stuff did. Yeah, man, I feel the same way, but it could just be that we're getting older. Couldn't just be that we're getting older? Stop this. I don't want to play this anymore. This is a personal attack on me. And our favorite stuff came out during our impressionable years. Stop this. I don't want to hear this anymore. Rather than other things getting objectively worse. Everything has new and special back then because it was just our first time experiencing them. No. I don't want to hear this. Stop it. Bro, I was thinking about something similar the other day, and I was like, yo, are people getting cringier nowadays, or were we just as cringy back then? You know? I don't know, that sounds logical, but come on. Some things have definitely deteriorated. But maybe some things have improved and are better too, but I just can't see them because I'm biased. Yeah, it could be a bit of both. I don't know why. It feels like things changed after 2012 specifically. Yeah, I feel that. Everything before that felt special. Music, games, football, and then it all just took a dive off a cliff. I'd like to throw in that 2008 was a very good year for video games, overall music, and just pop culture things. Look at my dog running into the car. What an idiot. It feels cleaner, curated design. Everything's got a PR team presenting a fake front. Yeah, that's true. Before, people kind of just were winging it. Now everything is so organized, you know. People would say I'm just growing old and jaded about being nostalgic, but it feels more than that. I really think it's social media. What? That's what makes things a phenomenon and all the discourse you mentioned. And being forced to create and present a friendly front to us consumers? There's a lot of noise. There's a spotlight on everything. And barely anyone just enjoys something anymore. They're either bashing something or defending it. And one toe out of line, it's hello controversy. And that's where the magic and mystery disappears. Like, of course it does. I'm not surprised at all now that I'm thinking about it. Art should come out of a place of unknown, mystify, and leave without explanation. Damn. Honestly, I don't think humans were built to cope with so many voices and opinions every single day. You might be right here. Wow, we're a bunch of miserable old bastards, aren't we? Nah, there's nothing wrong with drinking a few beers and cursing the world once in a while. Aww. Yeah, I guess there isn't. Wait, let me give you a real blast from the past. Oh god. Whoa, nice. Which one's this? Whoa, hold on. Noel in the Garden. Oh yeah, I remember that. Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah, I love this song. Why do we always get up so early for these trips? That's what... that's what the shit coffee's for, man. Come on, open it up. Where's the coffee? Oh no, the controls are all fucked up. Shit coffee. Ugh, it tastes like shit. That wake you up then? Come on, pass it over. Give shit coffee. Woohoo. Let's go, baby. Yeah, disgusting. Here, man. I don't want it. It's tradition, man. Hey, it's tradition. Ah, yuck. The football field back there? Look great, no? It's been a while since we played. The controls are opposite. Like, for me to look up, it's down. And for me to look, like, I hate that. Ugh. I keep messing it up. Do you realize it's been 3 years since that World Cup already? Ugh. Oh man, what a great time that was. 3 years, damn, I hope we get to watch the one next year together too. Those were some great days, weren't they? Hey, guess what? What? Oh no. Want me to mess with your minds? Okay. Yeah. No. It'll be 3 years from now, and we'll be looking back today and thinking about how awesome it all was. Ah! Oh man. Damn. No. Even crazier. You know how we think about 08 and stuff? Listen to music we discovered. I literally just talked about 2008. Soon enough, this will be 12 years ago. Wait a minute, hold on. 2008 was 13 years ago. That's it. Long enough. Soon enough, this will be 12 years ago, then we'll all be married with kids and stuff. Living our own lives in different places, and maybe we'll meet each other after a long time. And we'll look back at these trips we used to take. And then these trips, like today, will have that same faded, beautiful, strange, dreamy feel that 08 has for us today. Wow. Oh man, don't do this. And it's gonna happen in the blink of an eye, isn't it? No, 12 years from now, man, it's gonna come sooner than you know. He's not lying. Straight facts. I'm not even sure if it's beautiful. It's just kind of sad, really. I'm sad. Stop talking about this. Great job setting the mood, man. Ugh, you messed me up now. Give me a beer. Yo, Sid, where you at? Damn, dude. Those days did end after all. Damn, 3 years went by fast. Dude, sometimes I think about how bloody strange time is. Just last night before going to sleep, existential crisis. I always have an existential crisis going on. Like, I remember when I graduated high school, I had the biggest life existential crisis. I was like, wow, everything's so different, you know? Sort of. So, like, I often talk about how 2008 was such an amazing year, right? Stop it. Stop. Why was this me 5 minutes ago? Stop it. I'm in this post and I don't like it. And if you think about it, we weren't that different back then than who we are today. More or less the same favorite bands, etc. But now, think of your oldest ancient black and white fuzzy childhood memories. Some of those would be from when you were a 10-year-old. 2002 for us. That's ancient, right? Get this. There's only 6 years between 02 and 06. Just 6. That's insane. Because the gap actually feels like a lifetime. Now add those 6 years to 08, you get 2014. You don't even get to present day, 2021. No, 14 to 21, that's another 7 years. Stop talking about this. I want to pretend that time doesn't exist. Yeah, the other day I was like, 2014 was 7 years ago, huh? I remember it was like 2 years ago. For like the longest time, I was like, yeah, it's only been like 2 years. Nope. 2008 doesn't feel that different from now, but it's 12 years ago, man. Feels like less. 2014 was just yesterday. The gap between 08 and 02, though, that feels like a lifetime. Time is weird, dude. It's speeding up. I swear it speeds up when you get older. It's so fucked up. You blink and 5 years have gone by. Actually. Shit. Now I'm depressed. Sorry. I mean, childhood, school, everything. Didn't that go on forever? Up to 15 years old was forever, but the next 15 years feels like recent stuff. Damn. Alright, Sinessa. Looks like my dad's done with the papers. He's waving from the window. Oh, yeah. Let's go, man. Wow, that brought me down memory lane, huh? God. Okay. Well, it's all done. Here you go, Sid. I'm gonna miss that house. I wish I'd visited more often. But good luck to your mom and you with this new chapter. Thanks, Uncle. I'll be on my way. Got a lot to do today. I'm sure you do, too. Come visit us more often, okay? See you soon, Sid. My God. That was a lot of damage. Bye, Auntie. See you, Sid. Wow. Fight looks good to go. Define good to go. Why don't you get a new bike, man? I don't need a new one. This one works. Define works. It's what, 15 years old? Right? What are you gonna do when you reach home? Work on that application? Oh god, I kind of forgotten about that. Ethan! Where is he gone now? Oops, looks like my parents are looking for me. Alright, man. I'll see you later tonight. Ciao, dude. Just think about what we discussed earlier about the best bits from your first book. Maybe that'll help. Come on, boy. Let's go. Wow, this game is, came out at the right time, you know what I mean? Tired, disoriented, and hopelessly lost. She stops. What now? She collapses at the foot of a tree, defeated, and falls immediately asleep. And what was it I told Ethan? What do I want? Ah, mystery, sense of wonder. To see those magical landscapes and meet those strange characters. Strange characters. Psst. Oh my god. The creature leapt out, fixing her with its beady gaze. She looked back, afraid. I haven't seen one of your kind here in ages, he said, staring even more closely. My kind? What are you? What am I, really? I take it this is your first time in the ancient woods. It's understandable, then. No need to apologize. I'm not offended. She noticed he wore many stones about himself, very similar to the ones around her neck. What are those? These? They're the reason I'm here. They're... What are they? Pieces of ancient stone from the Old Kingdom. They're scattered all over the woods. The Old Kingdom, I like that. I'm sure if I can collect all the stones and relics in these woods, I'll be able to bring some of the magic back. Magic? Old Kingdom? What? You don't know about the Old Kingdom? My goodness, you are new. City folk. The Old Kingdom, a land of magic. And awe. And beauty. And mystery. I spent all my time imagining those days. I love hearing Grandpa's stories about them. So mysterious and strange. Ancient and yet familiar. I feel like I belong there. Sometimes it feels as though I'm actually there, but I wake and I find it was a dream. But deep down I get the feeling that it wasn't just a dream, you know? So I spent all my time in the ancient world. Wait, his people already live in the ancient woods. I mean, I spent all my time exploring deeper into the ancient woods, trying to gather relics of the past. That's how I feel close to the Old Kingdom. Some of those stories still have a trace of magic in them. It's just a glimpse, but it's better than anything else. The longer I wear them, the more they fade, so I must constantly search for more. This talk of magic and glimpses was all too familiar to her, but she didn't know if she could trust this creature or believe any of what he was saying. She wanted this to be true. It was good to be true, but maybe there was a way for her to recover her magic after all. My father says we must move with the times, respect the past, but find beauty in the present. But what's better, more beautiful than perfect? How do I know those aren't just some ordinary stones you picked up? Ha! Ordinary stone, she says. No ordinary stone has magic within. Maybe you're just imagining things. It's okay, I'm not offended. You don't have to apologize. I wasn't about to. Incredible. Tell me, don't you ever feel an intense yearning, a nostalgia for a different time? A yearning you cannot put into words, a feeling you cannot grasp? I do. How did you know? I feel the loss of something ancient. It's because it's in our blood. We can never forget something like that, even if we don't know about it. His words were compelling, but could he really know how she felt? Still don't believe me? Psst. Fine, I shall show you. Wait. Where are we going? Come on now. You know what the trouble is with the world these days. We always want answers. We want every last detail. Fuck me. How do I get back up? Can't let anything stay in the dark. Oh my god, he's still talking. I can't read. Gotta be. Wait, what? Wait a minute. Okay. Oh, what the fuck? I'm stuck in here. Note to self, don't. There are some of the bigger. Okay. Relics there in some of the deeper parts of the woods. I don't think they've been discovered by anyone else yet. I'm scared they will be, and I don't know what will happen then. They'll be pulled out, paraded, used. This is beautiful. Oh, there's far more to discover. Touch it. She hesitated. She was at a threshold. This knowledge could not be unknown. She knew this would change her forever. This would change her forever, no turning back. Ordinary would never be good enough again. She would be bound to follow her quest, the lure of reclaiming this magic, irresistible, whatever the dangers. But the pull was so strong. Damn, he got more going on his story. That's good. I know you, she said, her hands trembling as her eyes welled up with tears. It was her magic. She quickly blinked and tried to hide her face from the creature. Do not be embarrassed. I feel it too. I hope this resolves any doubts. It was as she'd shown. There was no turning back now. She had no choice. She needed to revive her magic. She had to find the old mage. Listen, creature. Creature, I have a name. It's Begrulikin. Sorry, Begru. Beck will do. I need to find someone. It's my uncle. I was supposed to go live with him for a few days, but I've lost my way. He lives in the ancient woods? Then you shall never find him without my help. Follow me. This is the most perfect serendipity. You will find your uncle, and I will explore even deeper into the ancient woods. A true adventure. That's cute. Aww. I wonder where they live. No. God damn it. Oh no, the bike's running out of something. Did y'all not put more oil in there? I swear they did. Shit, ugh, what now? Hello? Ish? Hey, what's up? My bike broke down. You still have that mechanic's number? Where are you? You know that U-turn near your place? Hey, mister. Hey, Ish. Old trusty at it again. I knew it was a risk taken out today. I just hoped I'd get home before it broke down. Anyways, I called the mechanic and he said he'll be here in an hour. So I called you a taxi too for now. That is amazing, thanks. But it's gonna take him an hour too. Aw, man. We're not gonna sit here for an hour, are we? What do you want to do? The beach, obviously. I mean, obviously. Could you not? Well, that doesn't sound so bad. That sucks. It's cliched. There's nothing new. I don't feel really passionate about what I've written so far. I'm just trying to force in my favorite ideas that used to inspire me. Well, at least you're writing something, I guess. Honestly, I'd rather have that back, the magic, than be able to write again. You don't feel it at all anymore? Rarely. It's been fading for a few years now. You were always scared of that happening, weren't you? Oh wow, this is kind of sad and scary. Are you sure it's gone? Are you sure you haven't thought about it so much you've made it happen? A self-fulfilling prophecy because of the fear. Oh, maybe. I don't even know. The scary thing is my brain's a mush. Forget feeling that magic and missing it or being nostalgic about how it used to feel. Sometimes I have trouble recalling what it even felt like to be inspired that way. What if I forget about it, Ish? What would I even be then? I'll remind you. Well, thanks. I'd really rather just have that feeling back than be I don't know, a world famous writer or something. I'd trade creating for feeling in a heartbeat. Really? In a heartbeat. That's why I create in the first place. I always envied you for having those experiences. I can never really explain what it is. It's just like a hum of ecstasy. Like a bright filter on the world. You can feel the energy in everything around you. The birds, the river, trees, the sun. You can feel the beauty of every vibrating particle in them. And all you feel is an overwhelming sense of awe, of the beauty. But it's fleeting, it leaves you wanting more. Because you feel this thing and you can't explain or express it and you don't know what the hell it's supposed to be. That's what drove me to my hobbies and then to writing. In video games, movies, music, I feel like I was communicating this sense of beauty. These worlds, they almost have it. I've always felt something special when reading or watching high fantasy stuff. The music, that world, it's almost heavenly. You've got it, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Finally. But again, it's fiction. That little distance still remains, a gap that stops it from becoming real. Andrew. That unfulfillable yearning remains. And then I have to write to try to satisfy the yearning, and that maybe moves me a single percentage closer, but the gap is never bridged completely. But that's what keeps it beautiful, no? The pursuit? Yeah, I mean, it was my goal to somehow bridge the gap. I thought I could do it through art by writing. It was like I was in a boat out in the ocean, but no map. I didn't know where I was headed. But all of a sudden, the boat's gone, and I'm not even in the ocean anymore. I have to build a new boat to resume my journey. And I'm worried that I'll end up spending a lifetime trying to build or find that boat again without ever getting back to the ocean. Damn. Come on, let's go sit on the rocks. Holy shit, this is pretty intense. This beach looks so nice. Wait, where is she? No, for real, I don't see her. Like, I'm a going the right way? Oh my god, y'all let me run this far. Where in the rocks did she head to? I swear I saw her. Damn, that ocean looks so calming right about now. Y'all see her? I don't see her. Casually running through all this. Where the fuck is she? Oh my god. I think I ran past it. I must have. There's no way. I don't really like the camera angle and how I can't like for sure see if I'm going the right way. I guess I just gotta climb on one of the rocks. Oh, there she is. Oh, I died. Oh. I was pressing it. You can barely even sit here anymore. It's just a tide. Come on, sit. So I was thinking, maybe it's just mundanity grown up. Become jaded. There's nothing really new to see. No new real experiences. I don't think that's true, but I can understand why someone might get in a mindset where they feel that way. Especially in this hyper-connected world, you've practically seen every country at least on screen. Events on the other side of the world are known to you within seconds. You probably worry about events that don't affect you or that you can do nothing about. There isn't any sense of mystery or discovery. That's why when you travel to a place it feels special. You're lost in a completely new place, pretty much a child again. Or when you fall in love, it's all new, uncertain. Nova. Yeah, could be. Or another way to put it, maybe would be that nothing's changed and you're looking at the past with rose-tinted glasses. I've told you about declinism, right? People are prone to negative thoughts when they think about the future. Exactly the opposite happens when we think about the past. We tend to remember the positive events more than the negative ones. It's an evolutionary mechanism. It helps us get over the terrible stuff and allows us to keep going. And you'd be surprised at the number of fake memories we have. You know, we remember things that never even happened. Memory is a weird thing. What we remember is never the actual accurate picture. Tell me about it. A person is nothing without their memories, hardly human at all. Who even are you if you don't remember anything from your life? When everyone involved in a moment is gone, when no one is left to remember it, what's the value of that moment anymore? Yeah. Anyways, this is different. I'm not rosy retrospection. Oh look, who's been listening to my psychology ramblings. Of course I have to, but no, I know what it feels, what I felt at the time. I was aware of it even then. I'd just be thrilled for no reason and be constantly thinking about how amazing everything was at that moment. I remember that. But then something changed. I don't know what. Like, it ran out of fuel? Or it's my time was up and what I thought was permanent was only a temporary guest. Why, thank you. I did not start with you. Rude. You know what you need? What? A drink. What kind of psychologist are you? Oh, spare me. Also, I came prepared. Haha, are you serious? Your bike's not working anyway, come on. Only I forgot to get glasses. Would you believe it? Go and ask someone, or scavenge something we can use as glasses. What? No. Yes, go. We do all the fucking work. I jumped! I gotta find something to scavenge. There's some boats I saw. Must be something here. Tutorial NPC? Excuse me? What? It's funny. Oh, okay. Do you have any glass by chance? What? Glasses to drink. Sorry, never mind. Oh, drinking glasses. I got a couple. You'll have to help us out first. We're a man short. Oh, sure. Ever pushed a boat before? Get back and push when I tell you to. Okay. Be careful. Don't get pulled under. On my count. 1, 2, 3. Push. What? Okay, ready? What are you doing? Stop! Oh no, I keep fucking it up. Easy, stop! What do I keep doing wrong? I mean, it's... Bro, this is so fucking stupid. Hey, what about the glasses? They're in the boat with the yellow flag. Keep them. Got them. Act 2. Plot point 1. Midpoint. Cyrodiil and Beck set out on their journey through the woods. Beck tells her more about the old kingdom, how glorious it was. She quietly relates to it to her magic and feels how amazing she would be if she could share it, and it wasn't something that only she had. Capture. Here something happens. They walk into a trap, are ambushed, or are lost, and they're captured by the soldiers of the Dark Army. Flesh out how they're captured exactly, and then... Ugh. Where am I? I like the soul mushroom, dude. Back! Shh! There are guards outside. Where am I? What are you doing here? You're in a cell and I'm breaking you out. How do you get out? They only caught you, didn't even bother looking at me. Rather insulting to be frank, but I'll show them. Come on, we don't have much time. We must find a way out. Okay. Is it true? Is the prisoner? Yes. Well, aren't we lucky? We're finally going to see it work. I've never been to the lower dungeons before. I'm so excited to finally see the sands in action. Just keep your head on the job. If we let her escape, we're dead meat. The sands? What are they talking about? Unimportant. We don't have time to find out. Quickly, we must escape. What the fuck are we doing? God damn it. Oh, fuck. Phew, that was close. Damn, it was stressful. What is this? Ah! Not sure what's going on here, but what is this? She gazed into the sands, falling endlessly from one end to the other. This wasn't like her magic, no, this was different. Colder. She could see her village, her home. She was happy, and she had her powers back. She felt its clutches wrap around her mind. Beck knew the power of ancient artifacts and avoided looking at the sands directly. He noticed Cyrodiil was... Cyrodiil! Come on, we need to go. It's not safe here. Cyrodiil heard Beck's voice faintly calling out to her. Why was he so worried? Wasn't this what they were here for? What could be more important than this discovery? We must leave. We need to find your uncle. Guards could come at any minute. She came to her senses. She hadn't been captured and kept in a cell. She had been captured and kept in a cell. It wasn't safe here. What? No time. I could see an exit. Neat. Alright, I think I'm gonna stop once I think this is a 3-hour-ish game, so I'm gonna stop a little bit halfway in because I'm doing 2 streams for today. So once this dialogue is worked, I should get back to Ace. She must be waiting. I think I'm gonna stop right when I'm next to her and save there. You know. Okay. I guess I'll wait till I'm up there. Alright. Can't really get to her, you know? Hi. Can I get in here? There we go. Glasses, Sid, give them to me. Oh, I still have that food. Look who had a little fun pushing the boat out. All that exercise, now I really need a drink. Here you go. So how's your mom doing? Oh, well, she's great. Thrilled for her new adventure, you know? I'm happy for her. It's good for her to live closer to her friends. Yeah, not much of a social life now since she retired. And you, how do you feel about leaving that place? I mean, I know it's been over a year since you left, but I knew she was planning this for a while anyways. You loved that little room of yours, didn't you? Yeah. I don't know, a couple years ago it would have really bothered me. Not so sure anymore. How's Nikhil? Oh, you remembered his name, of course. He's great, just super stressed about our move. When's the wedding? How many times have I told you? Sorry, we're always drunk when I ask. So you're gonna keep asking me this. 4 months to go. Damn, it's almost here. I've got my exams too to study and work abroad. He's trying to line up a job in the same place as me. It's all pretty uncertain at the moment, but it's exciting. Time is just flying by. God, this thing is so strong. Good, isn't it? Homemade. Got it from my aunt. You know, it's funny. Maybe this will help. So after our thing ended, you and me, I was heartbroken and just mentally stuck with the idea of you. For a long while, I didn't think I'd ever be able to find anyone like you. And I was right, I didn't. But it was only when I accepted that you were unique and allowed myself to let go of that. Was I able to meet new people and see them for who they were? Good things unique to them, their specific qualities. What made them them? Not what I loved and missed about you, but something else, something different that I found I could also love. I had to let go of the idea of finding what I had with you again in someone else. Oh my, this is sad. Only then was I able to fall for someone again. I just had to make room for a different kind of beauty that was amazing in its own way without trying to compare the two. Maybe you just need to do that. The past was amazing and matched, and maybe its time has now run out. And what comes next will be what you had, but it could be amazing in its own way, right? No? I butchered that sentence. Yeah, I get it. I mean, I might be totally wrong in suggesting you let go of the most beautiful thing in your life, but it may be worth a shot. And what if I could have had faith, stick to it and fight for it, and find it again? A lifetime spent in pursuit of it, only to find it at the end, that would be worth it to me. To let go or to fight for it. There's only time enough for one. Wow. Okay, enough of this. Let's swim. I don't have the time. I've got to go and it's already sunset. You gotta go? On what? The taxi's not here yet. You've not even got a change of clothes in your bag. Come on, you bore. Swim to the red flag at the shore when you're ready to leave. We'll swim there now, cause what the fuck? Oh my god. I hate this. Thank you very much. I hate this. These fucking controls. What is going on? Just get me the fuck out of here, please. I beg you. Get me out of here. The water in this game is really good, right? Doesn't it look so real? Please tell me I'm gone. I'm out. Oh my fucking god. I want to get out of here. Yeah, we're done swimming. Sorry. Yes. we're about halfway into the game. This would probably be like, I could have definitely done it in one stream, but since I'm streaming at 8, I don't want to like, you know, push it. Oh, city. Oh my god, I literally, this entire stream, I just noticed my little IGC thing has been off. I knew something was looking weird, right? I knew something was like not looking right. Well, thanks for stopping in, guys. I'll be back tonight at 8 with Embracement, the puzzle game. I'll see y'all then.
Battery 80%.